Hey, what's up guys? It's Superman_18 from WearTesters.com, and I'm back with another video. And this one is going to be my what got me into sneakers video. So, I just want to start it off by saying that, I want to ask you guys to also comment below and tell us what your first, either your first shoe or your first maybe performance model or just memory of the first shoe that you ever played in or something like that, whatever it might be. And I want to know about that. I want to know about your experience and what got you started into basically either the sneaker game or just playing or even paying more attention to what goes into sneakers. So for me, it basically started back in 2008. That was the Olympic year, and I had just at that time I had just finished the 8th grade, so I was heading into high school. And in high school, in 8th grade, I had a pair of shoes from Target. They were those cheap C9 by Champion, I think $30 shoes, and that's what I used in 8th grade. Whatever reason it might be that I wanted those or used those, I don't really know. It's probably because I didn't know any better. I didn't know really about performance shoes, performance brands, or anything like that. I mean, I knew, everybody knows Nike's out there, everybody knows Adidas is out there, but I, I for some reason I just thought those were fine, and they were for 8th grade. They were for grade school basketball. Of course, those shoes ended up, not working at the end of the year. They actually, the toes had separated and everything. It was, they had the little fake air bubble thing on the back. And I'll put some pictures in here for you to see. I think I have 4 pictures or something. I'll put them in here when I talk about that particular shoe or whatever. So anyway, started in 2008, and pretty much the first shoe I remember it being that I got, there was a performance model. It was this one right here that came in this box. Funny thing is I have the boxes, but I do not have the shoes because they wore out, and yeah, I'll talk about that. So anyway, this is a box from a store in our area that's no longer in our area or no longer in business anymore. I think it was replaced by Dick's Sporting Goods and stuff like that. In the building, even the buildings that this place was in, was replaced by Dick's Sporting Goods. It was called G.I. Joe's, and then later on it was called just straight up Joe's. And it was just, your all-around sports store, sporting goods store. And I got these. It was called the Nike Blue Chip. It was in that white and black colorway. It was, very basic. And again, I'll put a picture for you to see me playing in them. And it'll be a picture of me playing in them in a summer league. So anyway, I love these shoes. It had an Air Max on the heel and everything. They were marked at $80. I think retail was $80 at the time. So I mean, a performance shoe that was this good at the time to be marked at $80 retail was, I mean, why don't we have this anymore? It was a great shoe. If you remember, and it was one of my memories too, because of this shoe, I would always pay attention to who was wearing it. So I know Kevin Durant at the time was wearing a PE colorway of this shoe. Brandon Roy had his PE, which was like my favorite PE at the time, and even now it's like one of my favorites because he hit that game-winning shot against the Houston Rockets with 0.8 seconds on the clock. It was he he got an inbound pass from Steve Blake, who was guarded by Yao Ming. Before that, Yao Ming had hit what seemed to be the game-winning shot and one, because Brandon Roy had fouled him. So they said that Brandon Roy had lost the game, and then when he hit the game winner, he won the game. So he lost it and then he won it, which was, that was the storyline. And it was crazy. He, um, Portland Trailblazers fan. So I mean, I was hyped at the time, and then to have Damian Lillard do it against the Houston Rockets back in Game 6 of the first in the first round of the playoffs this year, to do another shot like that with .9 on the clock, it was just kind of that throwback. It was just like I went crazy. So anyway, that was the shoe that he was wearing in that PE. It was, I wish that they had released that PE. I really wanted that shoe. But so it was marked at 80, and it had a sale price sticker on it at $60, $59.97 sale price. I forgot if at the time this was when it was closing or just I went there and got it. But anyway, this was pretty much my first shoe, performance shoe from Nike, and I was really excited about it. I played a summer league that year between my 8th grade and freshman year of high school. And I remember one game I played in the shoe, and I hit 4 3-pointers in that game. So I had 12 points in that game, all on 3-pointers. And my favorite 3-pointer, like, of all time, well, not of all time, but I mean, like, of that year maybe, was a 3-pointer where I caught it in rhythm, and because there was a guy closing out. It's kind of a vague memory, so I might not get the details right, but I just remember, it was a right corner 3, and I heaved it, like, really high in the air, and I just threw it up, and it was like the highest arcing thing you'll ever see. It basically hit the roof, because there was a guy closing out on me, and it was like a fadeaway, and it didn't swish, it went around and in, but it was just crazy because I was like 4 for 5 or something in that game from 3, and yeah, I always shot the ball well in those, and yeah, so that was my first shoe, and that really got me thinking. So then I remember I went to the Nike employee store. This box is heavy. It doesn't have the shoes in it, unfortunately. The story behind, I wore these out. These were trashed. These actually got moldy, which was really gross. And actually, I think it was moldy. So anyway, I don't have them anymore. But it was that 2008 Hyperdunk. So the original Hyperdunk, I want this shoe back. Like, I really want it back. So, Nike, if you're listening, please retro this shoe, and maybe put some Zoom Air in there or something. But anyway, so Nike Hyperdunk, it was that red. No, it was white, and it had the wing, the wing on the side. That was red, and it had black speckles on it. It was kind of a very common color at the time. So a lot of people wore it. I remember I had 1 or 2 teammates, my freshman year that had this Hyperdunk. At least 2 teammates, I can remember now, that had this colorway of this shoe. So original Hyperdunk. At that time, the Hyperdunk was only, I don't know if you're gonna see that, $110, and you'll also notice the ES stamp. So $110 again for a performance model. Now Hyperdunks are $140, and so remember, retail $80, $110 for a performance shoe. This is, and this was only 6 years ago. This is good times, right? But anyway, yeah, I got these at the Nike employee store, and it was that kind of first and second shoe 1A and 1B, or whatever you want to say, performance model that I ever had. And I played my freshman year in this, and it was just a great shoe that I can remember. At the time, like, I wasn't paying attention to traction or anything, and for me as a high school freshman, it was kind of like I didn't need to, because I wasn't always the best player. So but I mean, this is what got me into shoes in general, just because I was like, well, what's the technology? And at the time, I remember 2008 with the blue chips, it was like I needed to have Air Max in the heel. So Air Max was my thing. So this had heel Air Max, and I wanted that. And then it came Lunarlon, or, well, the predecessor to Lunarlon, which was Lunar Foam and all that stuff. And this was crazy foam, and very comfortable shoe. And then, of course, Flywire was introduced that year with this shoe in the Olympics. So, Flywire, what does it do? It's, supposedly supposed to lock your foot down. It's lightweight support, and, keep your foot from moving around, and lockdown and everything. So minimal materials with maximum lockdown was basically their thing with Flywire. And that was what really got me into the technology side of it. So yeah, that's basically what got me into performance sneakers. And then ever since then, it's kind of been like, well, then I got, let's see, in order, I had the blue chip, this Hyperdunk, and then I got the here, hold on, I will pause this video. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went back to my closet, got these. It is the Nike Hyperrise. So this was the shoe afterwards. So this was 2008, 2009. This released in 2009. So they never continued this line because it was kind of a bad sneaker in my opinion. Everything was cool about it. It had Zoom Air. It had that carbon fiber shank. Traction was, like that Hyperdunk. It was okay. But it did come with a leather upper, and it did come with this. So the story behind this shoe, this is my next one, and then the next one after that was the original Hyperfuse in 2010. And so I was kind of following that technology line with Flywire, and then when Fuse came out and stuff like that. So if you can follow, like, that's how the technology for me came along. So anyway, this one came with that Flywire panel. The story behind these is that, and again, sorry, I got these for $60 up at a Nike clearance store. So yeah, retail was $125 at the time. I think it was like $140, $125 or something like that for this one retail, but I got it for $60. And the story behind this one is that I sprained my ankle. It was like my only major ankle sprain ever, like my only major injury ever. And what happened was I was just walking, and I slipped over the side of it. And the support in the shoe wasn't the greatest, and I just slipped over the side of it, and it was just like, there goes my ankle. I got it wrapped up and everything. I didn't miss it. I mean, I had a knot on the side of my foot, but for me, like, I just couldn't miss any time. I never missed a game. I would never miss a game or practice. So I didn't miss a practice. I went to the next practice with this giant ankle brace on. I was like hobbling around like not really. I was able to, I sat out a few drills and stuff, but I didn't miss a game. Of course, my coach had me like sit out. Like, I didn't start that next game, so, which sucked. I was like, I can still play, like, but I didn't start because I was a starter, and I didn't start. So anyway, so that's the story behind this one. And then the Hyperfuse is downstairs. Those are my work shoes now. they're trashed. Those were the shoes that I was wearing in that dunk video that I posted. So yeah, they're trashed. And the story goes on until now, and doing this WearTesters thing, and what inspired me to get into this stuff, into even more in depth, was like watching the Nightwing videos, and then other guys that followed along with that, and it was just like, I gotta do this, because it's like, then now I have a huge interest in it. My goal is to be somewhere along the line in that design and test area of footwear for any brand. Of course, I pull out Nike, so Nike's kind of my first love and everything. So that was, it's my goal. To be that kind of in that wear testing phase of the design process. I want to work, how does the technology, how does the shoe work with the body? How do we create better athletes through the footwear? So I'm working towards that goal. We'll see how far this can go, and so this is going to be another 4-hour upload. So I think this is my second video of today, so it's another 15-minute 4-hour upload video. So the upload speed on this is ridiculously slow. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to WearTesters.com for all your performance needs. Again, please share your thoughts on what got you into sneakers, whether it be like me, someone who came along in that kind of rise of the Flywire and lunar foam and everything, 2008 era, or if you're one of those original OG heads, or whatever you call yourselves, 1985, started with the Jordan 1, or if you go farther back, 1972, founding of Nike, if you're that kind of guy, or if you're started with like the Jordan 11, say. I know Nightwing was like, his first sneaker he got was like a Jordan 11, Bred 11s, and then the first one he ever bought was that Jordan T model. So yeah, if that's what got you into sneakers, I want to know about it. And thank you guys for watching. And yeah. Oh, I was gonna show you one more thing. This is how much of a one more quick thing. This is how much of a fool I am. I keep mostly everything that I all the tags, excuse me. And I got bags. I got the bags from like sock purchases that I made from my store. I got insoles that I've taken out because they were too thin and stuff. I kept those. I got handfuls of tags from like shirts and stuff. I got more tags. The original Hyperdunk insole, I still have them. I have the insole, I don't have the shoe. Ugh. Let's see, Hyperize insoles. I have the insoles from the blue chip insoles. Don't have the shoes. I trashed them. And yep, this was insoles from a pair of Dunks that I bought at Ross. A couple more bags, a bunch of tags on the bottom. This box is full. So that's how much of a crazy person I am. and I just failed. So I just dropped a bunch of tags everywhere. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day, guys.